afternoon to you. Welcome to high school basketball action and the third and fourth place game of the 101st Winchester Invitational Tournament as Griggsville-Perry and Camp Point Central go head-to-head. Alongside John and Jack Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports, the second to last game of the 101st Winchester Invitational Tournament, and it should be a dandy. 12-4 is Camp Point Central after being upset by Route in the semifinal. Griggsville-Perry fell to West Central in the semis. They come into the record of 13-3 on the season. Looking forward to the matchup. Glad you've joined us on Central Illinois Sports. We'll have championship action for you tonight as well. 7:30 start time. Note that change in start time from normal, as West Central and Route will go head-to-head. We'll talk more about the matchup on the other side of this timeout on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Is predator hunting your thing? Game Masters has you covered. We have way more than just deer and turkey hunting gear, safes, clothes, and gifts. Come check out our predator guns, calls, decoys, lights, traps, binoculars, bipods, tripods, and shooting sticks. Don't forget your thermal and night vision, rifle scopes, trapping equipment, and supplies. Whether your next game pursuit is big or small, runs or flies, Game Masters has what you need to get the job done. We're passionate about the outdoors.
Hey, grab me one too. Sports families, come check out Central Valley Sports, the new facility in town. Located 3 miles south of Winchester at 520 Winchester Glasgow Road. Batting cages, pitching mounds, pitching machines, and more. Open to all ages and skill levels. The facility is available for team rental, individual membership, and family memberships. Be sure to check out the Central Valley Sports Facebook page for more information and stay up to date on individual lessons and camps offered throughout the year.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Camp Point Central and Griggsville-Perry matching up. First time these teams have played this season. They'll have a regular season contest. Usually it seems like the first or second Saturday in February when those two teams match up. And the only reason I know that is because it seems like it's usually either Griggsville-Perry's homecoming or the Griggsville-Perry Eagles junior high basketball teams playing at the state tournament. They usually have to reschedule that a bit. But a good matchup between these two teams, and I think it will be just a fantastic contest. Of course, Camp Point Central came in rated first in this tournament, beat Payson last Saturday 49-34, Calhoun 51-39 before losing to Route 40-38. In a game, of course, they hit a three in the last seconds of that game that made it a 2-point contest, but Route with the upset win there. Griggsville-Perry, a couple of blowout wins to start this tournament, 68-20 over Brown County, 52-17 over Triopia, I believe is what that says there. And then lost by 21 points to West Central, 55-34, a game that Griggsville-Perry actually was very competitive in still in the third quarter, but the latter half of the third and fourth went the way of the home Cougars, and that's why West Central and Route are matching up in the championship game, and these two teams are playing for third and fourth place. You know, usually when you're playing in this third and fourth place games, one of these teams would have lost last night in a normal setup, and it seems like that team always has a little bit of a disadvantage because it's hard to come back and kind of feel like you really want to play again after not being able to play for the championship. But both these teams had a day between. I'm not sure either got much of a practice in yesterday, but still at least a little bit of a time to rest and reflect and get ready for this contest. If you're Camp Point Central, you're trying to get back in the groove of things, trying to get a little more balance on the offensive side, try to get a few more guys involved offensively. And if you're Griggsville-Perry, a loss to West Central, who, they're the best team in the area. I don't think there's any shame in that. And GP's only got 3 losses on the year, 2 of them to West Central. But if you're Griggsville-Perry, somewhere in the back of your mind, you have to remember when you played Camp Point last year and Central, beat them like a drum. And if you're Griggsville-Perry, you remember that and want a little payback here today.
Well, and with these two teams, they both get lots of points off of turnovers, and so they're kind of mirroring each other in the guard play. Griggsville-Perry's probably got a little size advantage when their bigs play big, but they don't necessarily play underneath the basket much. So Blewett might be the postman of the whole bunch. The other side of things is neither one can afford to get in foul trouble much, but Griggsville-Perry's a little deeper than Camp Point Central is. But for Pabin and Moore to be able to pick the pockets of the Lipkeman twins, a little tougher than it is against some people.
Yeah, there shouldn't be as many turnovers in this contest as you usually see. Both teams do a pretty good job of taking care of the basketball. And, really, if you're Griggsville-Perry, a game the other day that other than outside of Wyatt Lipkeman, they just couldn't get going on the offensive side. And they have weapons. Of course, Michael Myers was in foul trouble. Lane Lipkeman hit a couple of shots, but, nothing that was able to help keep them in that game. But I think for GP, a key in this contest will be the play of Garrett Woodward. He's a young man who can really do a lot of things well for them and has kind of become just a little bit tentative on the offensive side. He needs to get that confidence back because when he's scoring and all of a sudden then you have Wyatt and Lane Lipkeman, Michael Myers, and Garrett Woodward on the floor at any time on the perimeter especially that can score, that makes them a very dangerous team.
Well, when Garrett Woodward starts getting that confidence, it's going to make the whole team better. But it's kind of like with Michael Myers. If he comes out and he hits that first three, he's just a lot different player than when he misses a couple of them. And it's nothing against McAllister at all, but I don't want him shooting threes. I don't want other people past those 3 or 4 guys shooting three-pointers. I want them doing things underneath the basket, and they need somebody else to step up. And maybe it's somebody like the Kirk boy who needs to get in there and really be rugged under the basket for them.
Logan Fensig actually played pretty well for them against West Central. He had a couple of big threes and kind of showing up that he's got a little bit of an outside shot that could be a threat as well. He could be a difference maker in this contest. These two teams have played a lot against each other over the years, especially these senior classes. They know each other well, have competed on a lot of different things, and really looking forward to the matchup this afternoon. It is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Glad you've joined us on Central Illinois Sports. We step aside here. We'll take a look at keys to the game next.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate. Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Back with you on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Camp Point Central and Griggsville-Perry both out on the court warming up in preparation of today's contest. Some keys to the game. We talked a little bit about some of those, but if you're Camp Point Central, you really need to get Drew Pabin kind of going on the offensive side. He's gotten some good looks, hadn't been able to hit some of those shots that you're kind of accustomed to him making, and he's a kid that can he's not going to be a 20-point scorer for them, but he's definitely a kid that could be in double digits and will need to be if Central's going to make any kind of a run in the second half.
Yeah, and I think Elijah Ginenbacher's going to be able to have to score a little bit more for this squad. He's not going to be what Isaac was a year ago at this stage of the game, but he's only a junior. And then I said to Caden Niekamp before the game, do you ever kind of get pumped up to the point where you go, I need to foul that kid a little harder like I did in football just to kind of get his attention a little bit? And he said, yeah, I got to be a little careful about that because it's hard not to be that aggressive. But on the side of Nick Moore, he's going to do what Nick Moore does during a game. But Drew Pabin is definitely the pick to click if you're a Cardinal broadcaster, I guess.
On the Griggsville-Perry side, of course, Wyatt Lipkman, another good game. He and Nick Moore actually both scored their 1,000th point in their career last Saturday. Congratulations again to both of them. But it's going to be who else is able to help fill that void. And, big for Griggsville-Perry in this game, too. Michael Myers has to stay out of foul trouble. And, he got a couple kind of silly ones against West Central the other day, and that really limited his playing time and limited their ability to compete against a very deep West Central team.
Don't you think most kids get silly fouls more than they get in the play fouls? I think Gavin Blewett would tell you, when I don't get the silly fouls, I get to play the whole game. And, it's that frustration after I make a turnover or I miss a close shot, and then I'm over the back of somebody.
Or I foul 80 feet away from the basket in the backcourt. Just, some silly things that definitely limit their playing time on the court. If these two teams they'll come out and play at their best today, we are in for a really good basketball game. I mean, quite honestly, and it's nothing against Route, and Route has done a really good job of playing this week.
Yeah, they're playing in the championship.
If everybody plays up to their capability, this actually could be the better game of the last two games, even though it's for third and fourth place and not for the title. That's a look at keys to the game. We take a look at the Fireman Home Supply starting lineups next on Central Illinois Sports.
The Bank of Bluffs and the Meridosha Community Bank, with 2 locations to serve you in Bluffs and Meridosha. My wife and I have a long history with the Bank of Bluffs and its friendly staff. When we have needed a friend in the banking world, the Bank of Bluffs has always been in the right place for us. The Bank of Bluffs, the small town bank with a big heart for customers. Plus, you are dealing with your friends and neighbors every day. Why be a number when the Bank of Bluffs will treat you with respect and as a friend? The Bank of Bluffs and the Meridosha Community Bank, member FDIC. The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and will carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
Are you tired of being caught off guard? Slipping up in a winter storm? Don't let this be you. Say goodbye to shovels that break faster than your New Year's resolution.
Well, before the snow falls, visit your local Farm and Home Supply, your one-stop shop for everything winter. From snow blowers to a sturdy snow shovel. From different size ice scrapers to ice melt. And from sleds to hats, gloves, coats, bibs, and a lot more, we got you covered.
Warning, finding everything in one place may lead to extreme joy and the absence of disappointment. Farm and Home Supply is not responsible for spontaneous snowball fights, increased snow angel production, or the overwhelming desire to hug your snowblower.
Let's take a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. Farm and Home Supply has all of your winter apparel, shovels, snow blowers, ice melt, and more. Stop by your local Farm and Home Supply or online at farmandhomesupply.com. For the Griggsville-Perry Tornadoes, first of all, a 13-3 record on the season, and a little bit of a different starting lineup for this squad. Of course, 2 guys you can count on being in there, the 5'9 senior Wyatt Lipkman and his twin brother, the 5'9 senior Lane Lipkman. We'll start Michael Myers at the third guard today. We see in the lineup a 6'5 junior Logan Finsick, and at the other forward position will be the 6'4 senior Dane McAllister. McAllister, Finsick, Lane, and Wyatt Lipkman, along with Michael Myers for the Griggsville-Perry Tornadoes. GP will be in the visiting maroon uniforms, white numbers, and gold trim and accents here today. For the home team on the scoreboard, the Camp Point Central Panthers, James Barnett, their head coach, 12-4 on the season, and the Panthers will start the following here this afternoon. At a guard, a 6-foot senior Nick Moore. At a second guard, the 5'8 senior Caden Lohmeyer. And the third guard is the 5'8 senior Drew Pabin. Out of forward, he's a 6'1 junior Elijah Ginenbacher. And at the other forward is the 6'2 senior Gavin Blewett. Blewett, Ginenbacher, Pabin, Lohmeyer, and Moore for Camp Point Central. That's a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. Again, thanks to Farm and Home Supply for being our starting lineup sponsors throughout the season on Central Illinois Sports. We invite you to check them out at the location nearest you or online at farmandhomesupply.com. Camp Point will be in the home uniforms with the black numbers and gold trim. And we're just about ready for third and fourth place action from this 101st Winchester Invitational Tournament.
First game we've had today that both teams will get a trophy afterward, but nobody wants the fourth place trophy.
Oh, everybody gets a trophy, huh? Yeah. 2024. Doug Elledge, Dwayne Kerfman, Brian Daniel are three officials in this contest. Myers jumps for Griggsville-Perry, blew it for Camp Point Central. They say a little how do you do at the center circle, and the tip is up and controlled by Camp Point Central.
These kids know each other well. They were giving each other a little heaviness in the cafeteria a little bit ago, having a little fun.
Talking a little crap, huh?
Well, kind of fun crap, yeah.
Crap doesn't have to be a bad word.
Yeah, that's right.
Out front with it is Ginnenbacher, in the corner Moore. Gets the ball reversed over to Pavin against the zone defense of Griggsville-Perry.
Camp Point Central's going, man, does everybody play a zone here? Or what?
Here's Moore in the paint. Turnaround shot from 8, no good. Rebound tipped and run down by Lane Lipkeman. Lipkeman brings it toward the front court to Finsick. Wyatt Lipkeman down low. McAllister has it tied up, and a jump ball stays with Griggsville-Perry. I was kind of wondering if Pavin wasn't already standing out of bounds before the tie-up occurred, but they'll say a jump ball, and GP maintains
They must have noticed McAllister bringing the ball down because they went right after it.
Inbounds pass. Myers gets it. Out to Wyatt Lipkeman. Now to Finsick on the left wing. Man-to-man defense for Camp Point Central in this one to start the day. McAllister.
Well, you got mired with Pabin there. You want to get the ball to him.
Yep, drive in, shot up no good. A foul by Pabin, and 2 shots coming up for Michael Myers.
Pabin thought he had the ball, but he had a piece of the arm apparently. 1 foul on him, a team foul 1. Myers to the free throw line, trying to put his team in the lead at the 7-minute mark. First one is up and in and out, no good.
Line Express here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. You'll find Illini Express in their new location on the campus of Illini Community Hospital in Pittsfield.
Second one good by Myers. You always want to make at least one of those. Kind of keep you from getting your head down.
1-0 in the top of the first. 6:55 to play in the opening quarter. Here's Elijah Ginnenbacher, drives in, puts up a little floater, kind of uncharacteristic. And the rebound down to Finsick. He's looking for a guard, and we'll find Lane Lipkeman. Wyatt Lipkeman had a big day against West Central. Just didn't get much offense otherwise to GP. Here's Myers on put up no good. Pabin with the rebound and is...
They'll call a foul as the man was underneath of him. Even though it was just kind of a bad place for Wyatt Lipkeman to be, he was underneath Pabin and caused the first foul of the ball game on them. His first.
Kind of a weird foul, though, wasn't it?
Fell backwards, and, you got to call something. You're not going to call him for travel in that situation, I wouldn't think.
Here's a ball nearly stolen away from Moore, but he's able to maintain to Ginnenbacher. Kicks outside. Lohmeyer 3. It's in and out, no good. Ginnenbacher kept it alive. Tipped it into the back court. And
probably over and back and not called on that one, I'm going to believe.
Moore, they said, got the toe touchdown like a receiver on the sideline.
I don't know.
But not a receiver on the sideline in Buffalo, New York. Those folks, I thought they were tough in Buffalo.
Well, it was tough there right now.
Right side with it is Pabin. Oh, the John says the politicians got involved. That's usually helpful. Out front, Ginnenbacher. Around it comes to Pabin.
Probably going to cancel the caucus in Iowa because it's too cold.
I'm sure they had to, Griggsville-Perry probably had to get the mayor of Griggsville involved to get the bus here today. Here's a drive in by Moore. Puts it up, a little scoop shot up and in for 2. And it makes it a 2-1 Central lead.
Smooth as silk is that young man.
Here's Finsick with it on the right side. Works in the corner to Lane Lipkeman. Myers just inside the arc. It's short. And the rebound down to Nick Moore. Moore wants to push it into the front court. On the wing to Pavin off of the Blewett screen. Top of the key, Lohmeyer. Now to Moore on the right side against the zone defense of Griggsville-Perry. 5:18 to play in the first. Camp Point Central, the 2-1 lead and the basketball here.
Tough place for Pabin to get a shot off with Finsick out there.
Trying to work it inside to Moore. He's trying to dribble in between the brothers. Lipkeman, look out. Here's Ginnenbacher, and they're going to call Wyatt Lipkeman for this one? Ooh.
Lipkeman's going to pick up his second. You don't see Wyatt pick up 2 fouls that early, and he's going to have to sit down. And here comes Brody Rush into the game. And the freshman being thrown right into the fire early, he can handle it. Good little player, but that's pretty good pressure for him.
I will honestly just tell you, because it's, what we do here. I say things before I really think much about it. Nothing against Brody Rush. Are you surprised he's in before Garrett Woodward today?
Yep.
Usual starter for this team.
Sure am.
There could be something we don't know about, obviously. Maybe Garrett's a little under the weather or something, but that is an oddity for me. Here's a ball knocked out of bounds by Myers. It stays with Central on the sideline. 4:45 to play in the first in a 2-1 contest.
Doesn't fit the rotation that we normally see.
Yeah, nothing, like I said, Brody Rush is a capable player, but it's just strange. Garrett Woodward, to me, is one of the better players on the GP roster. Here's a three by Pavement. It's no good. Rebound down to Dane McAllister. He'll work it off to Lane Lipkeman. Now the GP offense without Wyatt Lipkeman in action here. And like you said, you just don't see that very much with this team.
Wyatt Lipkeman kind of makes people go, and now Ginenbacher is going to pick up one of those fouls that you don't want to pick up. His first, team second. Ball out of bounds here. This crew will call a game a little tighter than most. There'll be more fouls called in the game with these guys. Do a great job. It's just they call it a little tighter.
Well, they kind of call basketball like it was called at one point, right?
Yeah.
It's a little more of a finesse game and less like football without pads.
You reach, you're going to get a foul called on you.
Yeah. Here's Myers with it out front. He'll attack the rack. I like his aggressiveness down there, even though he missed the shot. I like Michael Myers getting downhill and trying to get to the rim. Here's Blewett trying to dribble through traffic and is fouled. And it's going to be the third foul against GP, and all of them on guys with the last name Lipkeman.
Well, they all look alike. Those two do. Two on Lane, two on Wyatt, one on Lane. Wyatt's on the bench.
Ginenbacher on the inbounds play. Low-scoring contest over 4 minutes into this contest. 2-1 Central.
And Cole Peterson's the baseball player in the bunch, and he's not playing right now.
Here's a ball in, poked away by Lane Lipkeman. Brody Rush saves it in, but it stays with Camp Point Central. Pavin, right side three, it's no good. Rebound to Blewett. He might have double dribbled, trying to go up with it in a lot of traffic. Has a shot blocked to McAllister. Good defense and gets the rebound. To Myers into the front court. Brody Rush. Guarded by Lohmeyer. Kind of looked like a foul.
Yeah, Lohmeyer's got a hand on him twice today.
Here's McAllister now from the free throw line. Off the back iron, no good. Fight for the board, and it comes down to Gavin Blewett for Camp Point Central. 3:05 to play in the first. I said if these two teams were at the top of their game, we could see a good contest. It's close so far, but I don't know that I think I've seen both these teams play a little smoother than they had to start this
They
game.
don't look real cool right at the moment.
Blewett on the baseline, a held possession, and it'll be Camp Point Central basketball in the alternating possession arrow. Cole Peterson will check into the game, and Caden Lohmeyer sits down for Camp Point Central.
Blewett's a good jumper, but he's outsized by those two guys in Myers and McAllister. They're much taller than him.
Well, he kind of took that ball behind his head, and you don't have much leverage there. Out top with it is Peterson. He's played well in this tournament for Camp Point Central, giving them a little more depth. Out top now, Moore. Over it goes to Ginenbacher. To Pavin. Pavin's got a couple of looks from three that haven't been bad looks, just kind of hit the back iron.
Almost double teaming out of the zone of Moore.
Pretty smart.
Yeah.
In the corner it goes to Blewett. Now to Moore on the wing. Good luck three ball, and it's no good. Rebound down to Michael Myers. Myers into the front court and finds Lipkeman. Across the way it goes to Fensick. Quick ball movement for the Tornadoes. They find Lane Lipkeman in the corner for three, and it's good. Lane Lipkeman from downtown and shoots Griggsville-Perry back into the lead 4-2. First field goal of the game for the Tornadoes at the 2:08 mark of the first.
Lane's a good player.
Now Peterson, they'll say, was tripped up by Rush, and he'll be called for the foul.
Brody Rush will pick up the foul. That'll be his first, team third.
1:58 to play in the opening quarter.
Team fourth, my mistake.
Yep, fourth, yeah. Three on the Lipkemans, one on Rush. Inbounds pass comes to Moore. Pavin now works the ball to Ginenbacher on the left wing. Into Blewett. Blewett puts it on the deck. Spin move, hangs in the air. No good, and Michael Myers another rebound. He's pulling those down in some bunches here today. Here's Fensick out top. Right side to Rush. 1:37 to play in the opening quarter in this third and fourth place matchup of the Winchester Invitational Tournament. Here's the ball now stolen away by Blewett. Jumped the passing lane. Dribbles it into the front court. Needs to find a guard and does to Pavin. Pavin over to Moore. Central only one field goal in the first quarter as well. Pavin now fouled by Rush, and foul trouble a little bit of an issue right now for GP.
Yep, Rush picks up his second. That's going to put Pavin to the free throw line with a pair of free throws. Glad to have the Likes family watching from Florida. You forgot to send me my invite to go, I guess. 4-2, Griggsville-Perry with the lead. 1:17 left in the quarter. Pavin's first is good, his first point of the day.
Plum Creek Golf Course, just off of Interstate 72, north of Winchester, invites you to book your next family or class reunion, graduation party, wedding, and reception in their pavilion. Call 217-742-9018 to get your date booked today.
Second one puts us at the tie for 4 as Pavin makes them both.
4-4 the score with 1 minute, 15 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Low scoring ball game.
McAllister works it right side to Finsick. Out to McAllister. Garrett Woodward in for the first time today.
Pavin and Meyer matched up right now. You got to get the ball back into Michael Myers.
Out front, McAllister. On the right side, Lipquin. Ooh, faked Ginnenbacher out that time, and a made basket with contact and gets it to go. Lane Lipquin another 2. He's got 5 of his team's 6. And with 40 seconds to play in the first, the Tornadoes have that 2-point lead again on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard.
Lane must have good body control that time.
Looks like a block or a charge, but they just play on. Pavin probably lucky, though, he didn't get called for that one, because he already has that one early foul. Neither team really can afford to be in a lot of foul trouble. Now Pavin on the bounce out front with 17 seconds to play in the first. Griggsville-Perry has the possession arrow right now, so they should start with it in the second quarter. Here's a ball nearly into the stands. Moore had to save it in. To Ginnenbacher, threw it too high now to Pavin, but he runs it down somehow. Drives in, tries the scoop shot, no good. Peterson with the rebound. Finds Ginnenbacher at the free throw line, won't fall. And that's the end of the first. Griggsville-Perry the 6-4 lead over Camp Point Central after 1. Back with second quarter play-by-play after this.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
This is Colt Mixer from Mixer Lumber Company in Clayton, Illinois. We have been selling grain bins for over 40 years. Our company provides years of experience, service, and quality products you can count on. GSI Grain Bins are a trusted company and are now offering their winter discounts. This is the time of year to order your new GSI grain bin. Mixer Lumber Company, where we treat people the way you want to be treated. Give us a call at 217-894-6412.
Griggsville-Perry has a 6-4 lead. They'll have the basketball to start the second quarter of play. Low-scoring contest and a little early foul trouble for the Tornadoes as Wyatt Lipkeman on the bench for much of that first quarter with 2 fouls.
2 for 6 is Griggsville. 1 for 1 from the arc, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Central just 1 of 10, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 0 of 2 from the arc. Griggsville-Perry basketball with a 6-4 lead.
Griggsville-Perry starts the second quarter with Myers, Woodward, Finsick, Lane Lipkeman, and McAllister. Woodward with it on the right wing. Looks in the corner to Finsick. Finsick looking for Myers coming around the corner and stolen away by Moore. Turnover number 3 on the Tornadoes. Here's Pavin, streaks to the basket, lays it off the window and gets it to go. Pavin ties the game up at 6 points apiece. The Panthers have Pavin, Moore, Niekamp, Lohmeyer, and Blewett to start the second period on the defensive side now. McAllister, who's had to play the entirety of this game so far, works it to Woodward. Now Lane Lipkeman. Across it goes to McAllister. Feeds it to the corner in Finsick. Long skip pass. Gets it to Woodward. Right side 3. Yes, Garrett Woodward from downtown.
What we talked about, he's got to shoot with confidence, and he did that time.
9-6, Tornadoes on top. Early in the second period on the PCRE scoreboard. Moore now going to try the answer, and it's good. Ties the game up at 9.
He has 5.
Can't give him that much space if you're Griggsville-Perry. That's too much.
an amazing shooter. I don't know if he's tall enough to play at a very big level in the next one, but he's a shooter.
6 foot, 5'11" maybe. Good athlete. Yeah, just would take a lot. Here's a ball now thrown behind McAllister and out of bounds. Turnover number 4 in the Tornadoes. Here's Wyatt Lipkman back into the game on defense with 6:30 to play in the half. And if you're Garrett White, you trust Wyatt Lipkman not to pick up that 3rd foul here. He's a senior.
You don't want him to.
He sat down Lane Lipkman. Moore with it. Dribble drive in. Little right-handed shot on the left-handed side of the basket gives Camp Point Central the lead back. 11-9 Panthers on top. Now Dane McAllister's turned an ankle in the backcourt, and he'll limp over to the bench for Griggsville-Perry. And here comes Lane Lipkman back into the game after a short break. Not a timeout, just a...
This is where you wish you had that trainer here who could tend to that, because Griggsville-Perry does not have anybody that's really going to be looking for him or getting ice on that thing. You know, Dane goes and sits in the bench without ice. That's not a good combination.
Let's get a little chance to stretch that out. Yeah, usually Coach Stouffer's the guy that's taping the ankles before the games.
He's listening.
Hopefully he's watching. Here's the 3 on the way by Wyatt Lipkman, no good. Follows his own shot. Out top the Finsick for the trail away, and he banks it home. Logan Finsick with the 3 and puts the Tornadoes right back on top, 12-11.
He did make 2 or 3 threes in the last game they played.
He did. He's a good shooter. Here's a ball knocked out of bounds by an active Logan Finsick. He's 6'5", and he's long-armed.
Blewett's a tall 6'1" right now.
Blewett gets the ball, looking to throw it in on the baseline. Does so out front to Niekamp. Blewett on the left side of Pavin. Good defensive recovery by Woodward there. Now keeps him on the baseline. Ball out top, stolen away by Wyatt Lipkman. Wow. Stole it and dribbled it behind the back almost simultaneously. Ball fed to the baseline to Myers. Lets the man fly by. Puts it up and in for 2. And the Tornadoes have the 3-point lead. Into the front court comes Camp Point Central. Tying the biggest lead of the contest is Griggsville-Perry, this 3-point advantage. Niekamp around to Lohmeyer, now Pavin. Puts it on the deck one time to Niekamp. Haven't seen Cade Niekamp really think about shooting the 3. So I can't imagine they'll have to get really close to him on that 3-point line. This guy, however, Moore, you'll want to make sure you have him. Pavin. Now to Moore on the left side. Skips it across the top to Pavin. Fakes now drives. Kicks to Lohmeyer. 4:45 to play in the half. Camp Point Central down by 3. Griggsville-Perry trying to get the stop on the defensive side and add to this advantage. Crowd is quiet right now. Pavin with the basketball. Gets it to Niekamp. Out top, Moore. Over to Pavin. Right side, Lohmeyer. Bounces inside to Moore. He'll muscle up and put it up and in for another 2. Nick Moore with the score and cuts it to a 1-point game. That put him in the high post quite a bit early on in this contest, and Moore is a versatile player, can score in a lot of different ways. Quick.
Myers now has the shorter player on him again. They get it to him.
And he'll go right at Pavin, shoot right over the top, and score again.
Got to do that and recognize every time, and Griggsville doing a nice job with that right now.
Here's Moore for a 3, trying to tie it up on a quick shot, no good. It goes out of bounds, though, off of the Tornadoes and stays with Camp Point Central. Gennenbacher and Peterson in. Niekamp and Lohmeyer sit down for the Panthers. 3:46 to play in the half. Inbounds pass into an open. Elijah Gennenbacher left it short. Rebound down to Michael Myers.
Myers with 3 boards and 6 points.
Lane Lipkman to Myers for the 3, no good. And on the rebound, it's a tie-up between Moore and Lane Lipkman. It'll head the way of Camp Point Central on the alternating possession arrow. .330 to play in the half in this 3rd and 4th place matchup. Championship game again at 7:30 tonight.
You might want to get here early.
Yeah, I bet you there'll be a crowd. Route trying to win their 2nd in a row for this Winchester Invitational Tournament, and West Central trying to take the crown away.
The trifecta of tournaments for them. They won at Beardstown and Waverly.
Trying to win their home tournament, always a good time if you're a West Central fan, and you can win the Winchester tournament. Moore gets it out top to Ginnenbacher. Around it goes to Pavin. He directs some traffic. 2:53 to play in the half. He'll put it on the dribble now against Lane Lipkeman. To Peterson on the right side. Out top, dangerous pass, and it's out of bounds. No, it's saved in. And to the Tornadoes. Wyatt Lipkeman, a 1-on-2 into the front court. Had to wait for the rest of the team to catch up. Gets it to Myers, and he'll be fouled by Pavin.
Pavin's going to pick up his second. First foul of the second quarter on Camp Point Central. None on Griggsville-Perry. So the fouls have cut down here, but 2 on 2 key players, Pavin and Wyatt Lipkeman on either side.
So Pavin tried to excel that he took a charge there, but definitely a block. Here's a pull-up jump shot. Wyatt Lipkeman finds the bottom of the net. And the Tornadoes lead by 5 on Lipkeman's first field goal of the day.
That's good news for them. When you don't have Wyatt Lipkeman scoring and you're up by 5, that's pretty good news.
And he's played with 2 fouls for a while now in the second period. Here's Ginnenbacher out top. Jump stop drive. Kicks it to Pavin. Left side 3. It's off again. This time an air ball. Peterson, though, at the offensive board. Works it inside. Nearly turned over. Blewett picks it up. Trying to go up with it in the lane and gets it to go.
His first 2 points of the day.
Makes it a 3-point game.
Wasn't easy either.
No. Fought through a little bit of contact there, it looked like. First of all, just picked the ball up the floor.
I thought this would be a good matchup for him, but now that I've looked at it, I'm not so sure.
GP's long. I mean, Finsick, Myers, and McAllister are all long-armed kids. None of them, as you talked about, not really a true back-to-the-basket kid. Here's Garrett Woodward on a little shove-off, no good, and the rebound down to Ginnenbacher. To Pavin, 1:24 to play in the half. Panthers down by 3 here on the PCRE scoreboard. Around the horn it comes to Pavin. Ball in the middle to Moore. Down on the baseline, it's Blewett. He had to shovel it back out, and it's stolen away by Lane Lipkeman. Gets it into the front court to Myers following the Panthers' third turnover. Myers spins in, and Drew Pavin just picked up his third foul.
Pavin's third, team's second. He's going to have to go to the bench, and Lohmeyer will check in. Now, I've seen Pavin get 3 fouls in the first half and not get any more in the game, but that's a lot to have happen right now to lose one of your people who you count on for scoring.
Out top, Wyatt Lipkeman works it into Myers. Over to Woodward. Under a minute to play in the half. Here's Myers for a 3. Rims in and out, no good. A rebound down to Peterson. He'll get it to Moore, and the Panthers of Camp Point Central bring it into the front court. Moore now kind of tucks it and traveled, no call, and then threw it out of bounds. He's such an honest kid. He traveled and said, they missed that one. Let me just chuck it into the bench.
Yep. They should have called traveling on me, so I'll just throw it out of bounds, make everything even. Well, maybe he was just so caught up that they didn't call it that he just couldn't control it.
40 seconds to play in the half. Griggsville-Perry has a 3-point lead. Will they try to hold for a final shot here and go into the halftime break?
Why wouldn't you?
With the advantage. Myers on the right side. Out to Woodward. Sort of looks like that is the plan with 24 seconds now. Lane Lipkeman on the left side. Gets it to Myers out near the center circle. Now Wyatt Lipkeman takes a peek at the clock with 15 seconds. Garrett White calls out the play for his squad. Ball comes to Michael Myers. On the right side, it goes to Finsick. Finsick to Lane Lipkeman, top of the key. Look back door. Wyatt Lipkeman, scoop shot blocked with 1.3 seconds to play in the half. And it's out of bounds underneath here for the Tornadoes. They'll try to beat the buzzer with the inbounds play now. Lane Lipkeman to inbound. And Myers gets it to him, knocked away by Lohmeyer, and that's the way the half is going to come to a close. We head to the Little Jess Motors halftime show. It's Griggsville-Perry on top of Camp Point Central, 18-15. Back with halftime stats and more after this.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
It's time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams counties. Call 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Schumann and Emily Matthews at Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
Press Yours on You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours on You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours on You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Griffin Signs in Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs in Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. It's an 18-15 lead for Griggsville-Perry on top of Camp Point Central here at the halftime break. Halftime stats are brought to you in part by Bowlers Universe, open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays until midnight, Saturdays 4 to midnight. Check out the great menu and always a fun time with you and your friends at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield.
Camp Point Central with 4 turnovers, Griggsville-Perry with 5. 3 fouls on Drew Pabin, 1 on Elijah Ginnenbacher on Camp Point side. 2 on Brody Rush, 2 on Wyatt Lipkeman, single fouls on Logan Fensick, and on Lane Lipkeman. It is a 18-15 Griggsville-Perry lead at halftime. Shooting percentages, individual scoring, and more on the Little Jess Motors halftime show comes your way after these.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agents at B&P Insurance Agency, Barber Agency. See Pat Vandevelde, Caleb Vandevelde, or Mary Coltis. You'll find our location at 114 South Madison Street in Pittsfield.
The Bank of Bluffs and the Meridosha Community Bank, with 2 locations to serve you in Bluffs and Meridosha. My wife and I have a long history with the Bank of Bluffs and its friendly staff. When we have needed a friend in the banking world, the Bank of Bluffs has always been in the right place for us. The Bank of Bluffs, the small town bank with a big heart for customers. Plus, you are dealing with your friends and neighbors every day. Why be a number when the Bank of Bluffs will treat you with respect and as a friend? The Bank of Bluffs and the Meridosha Community Bank, member FDIC.
Sports families, come check out Central Valley Sports, the new facility in town. Located 3 miles south of Winchester at 520 Winchester Glasgow Road. Batting cages, pitching mounds, pitching machines, and more. Open to all ages and skill levels. The facility is available for team rental, individual membership, and family memberships. Be sure to check out the Central Valley Sports Facebook page for more information and stay up to date on individual lessons and camps offered throughout the year.
18-15, the halftime score. Camp Point Central, 6 of 18, 33%, 1 of 5 from the arc, 20%, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, led by Nick Moore with 9 points, 2 for Gavin Blewett, 4 for Drew Pabin in the first half. GP 7 of 16, 43.8%, 3 of 6 from the arc, 50%, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 5 points for Michael Myers and Lane Lipkeman. Garrett Woodward has a 3 for Fensick, and 2 for Wyatt Lipkeman in the first half. And our score is 18-15 here at halftime.
Little Jess Motors halftime show, 3431 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois, and online at littlejessmotor.com. It's Griggsville-Perry, the 3-point lead over Camp Point Central, 18-15. We get set for second half action next on Central Illinois Sports.
Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com. The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517.
Stotzi Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stotzi Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stotzi Automotive and Tire.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties, along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs. Or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
The Bank of Bluffs and the Meridosha Community Bank, with 2 locations to serve you in Bluffs and Meridosha. My wife and I have a long history with the Bank of Bluffs and its friendly staff. When we have needed a friend in the banking world, the Bank of Bluffs has always been in the right place for us. The Bank of Bluffs, the small town bank with a big heart for customers. Plus, you are dealing with your friends and neighbors every day. Why be a number when the Bank of Bluffs will treat you with respect and as a friend? The Bank of Bluffs and the Meridosha Community Bank, member FDIC.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Ready for second half action on Central Illinois Sports. It'll be Camp Point Central basketball to start the second half of play. Should be Camp Point Central basketball.
Now Griggsville got it. Camp Point Central got the ball on a tie-up after the one tie-up in the quarter.
I'll be darned. All right, we're underway in the second half. Lipkeman. It's Lane Lipkeman along with the Wyatt, Fensick, Myers, and Woodward to start the second half.
Paven draws Wyatt Lipkeman. That's tough when you got 3 fouls.
Wyatt Lipkeman on the wing right side. Now top it goes to Fensick. Now Wyatt Lipkeman over to Fensick. Around the horn they find Lane Lipkeman on the left side. Looks down low, nothing going to Fensick on the right side for a three. His second of the afternoon. And puts the Tornadoes up by 6, their largest lead of this contest. 21-15 on the PCRE scoreboard. Just underway here in the second half. Moore, Lohmeyer, Pavin, Blewett, and Ginnenbacher for Camp Point Central to start the second half.
Fensick play varsity at all last year?
Not much. Just a junior. Here's Pavin. On the right side, it goes to Moore. Blewett gets it on the baseline, runs into Myers. Shot no good. Rebound tipped around. It's loose and comes the way of Lane Lipkeman.
He just willed it out of everybody else's hand.
Woodward into the front court to Wyatt Lipkeman, right side. Over to Fensick. I want to try to run a little play, get him open again, you think?
Why not?
Fensick. To Lane Lipkeman. Looks in the post. Myers shot up and over the smaller man, and in for 2. And Griggsville-Perry has an 8-point lead. Camp Point Central with a switching defense, and they've gotten caught with that matchup, 4 or 5 times today already?
Sure have. Thing about Fensick out front on the threes, too, who's going to block it? Who's going to stop him from shooting it if he gets really good at that?
Ginnenbacher on the left side. Yeah, he's a legit 6'5".
Long arm.
Pavin with it on the right wing. He'll work it over to Moore. Looks to Blewett on the baseline. Now to Ginnenbacher out top. Fakes and drives. Leaves it out to Moore for a 3. It's no good. And on the rebound, Blewett will be called for the foul.
Well, Blewett's going to pick up the foul. His first. Team first. Didn't see a lot one way or the other on that, but somebody did.
5:43 to play in the third period. An 8-point lead in the basketball for the Tornadoes. Here's a drive, Michael Myers. That's actually Woodward. Woodward on the drive. And he's fouled.
By Ginnenbacher. It'll be his second, team second. Good job by Woodward really being aggressive going to the hole that time.
That's kind of why I thought it was Michael Myers. Somebody just glanced up.
5:38 left in the quarter, 23-15. Woodward misses the first. He'll get another.
The Pike County Express is your local family-owned newspaper. They've been serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you or online.
Woodward makes the second. He's got 4.
And the lead is 9 for the Tornadoes. They're on a pretty decent run of their own right here.
Yes, they are.
6-0 to start the half. Ginnenbacher drives inside. Shot put up is no good. Rebound down to Blewett, and somebody's over the back.
Lipkeman's going to pick it up. That's Lane Lipkeman. His first, team first. Blewett with the board.
Here's a shot put up and good for Moore, and makes it 24-17.
2-pointer.
Just a 2. Here's Wyatt Lipkeman, free throw line. Good little spot for him to shoot it from. Shot wouldn't go, and the rebound down on the offensive side to Logan Fensick.
People just are not grabbing a basketball when it's coming loose there on either side.
Pass down low. They'll throw it into Myers again with the height advantage. Turns around, puts it up and in. Michael Myers, another 2.
Give him 10.
And a 9-point lead again for GP. Pavin works it over on the right side. That is to Moore. Gets it into Blewett, who puts it up and in for a bucket.
His second bucket of the day.
It's the answer, but Central's not strung together too many stops in a row in this third quarter. Here's Wyatt Lipkeman now for a 3, and Fensick is over the back here.
Fensick did not have position on the board, reached over, his first, team second. Here comes Peterson into the game. Nick Moore holding that right hand and flexing it. I don't know what happened there. Ginnenbacher's going to sit down, but he is really working that hand.
Peterson with it out front, over to Moore. Out top, Lohmeyer. Now Pavin on the left wing. 4:05 to play in the third, and a 7-point Griggsville-Perry lead. Here's a pass inside, stolen away, and then stolen right back. A turnover here.
5 and 6.
Pavin on the bounce as it knocked away on the floor after it, and a jump ball. It'll be Camp Point Central ball in the alternating possession arrow.
Nice job by Lane Lipkeman causing Drew Pavin some trouble there.
Ball comes into the corner to Blewett. He'll drive to the baseline. Ooh, nice spin move up and in for two. Nice job keeping his wherewithal of where he was around the rim and got the easy bucket.
Then hustled to the other end on the defensive side.
Woodward on the left wing. Dribbles out, has picked up the bounce now. Skips it across the top to Lane Lipkeman, to Wyatt Lipkeman now. Guess what? They've got Myers guarding, or Pavin guarding Myers again. Here's Fensick for a three, no good. And Nick Moore jumps for the rebound. He'll work it into the front court and leaves it out to Blewett. Blewett now going to shoot a three, and it's no good. Peterson had the rebound for a moment, just couldn't grab it. And the rebound this time is secured by Michael Myers. To Fensick across. Ooh, man wide open on the other side, but Moore knifes in there and gets the steal.
Interception. He's done that a few times.
Kind of closes on the ball pretty well, doesn't he? All right, side with it is Pavin.
Peterson's got to grab the ball on the rebounds. He's tipping it, but he's just not getting a hold of it.
Lohmeyer out front, 2:50 to play in the third. Camp Point Central down by 5. Lohmeyer, right side Pavin. Pavin going to try the three there, and he finds the mark from behind the arc and makes it a 2-point game.
He's got 7.
Woodward, though, as everybody was kind of loafing back, and not Garrett Woodward. He sneaks back and gets the easy 2. And we get a whistle and an Adams Network timeout for Camp Point Central. 2:34 to play in the third. It's Griggsville-Perry 28, Camp Point Central 24. .234 to play in the third. Timeout was taken by Camp Point Central. The first timeout taken in this game. And our timeout sponsor is Adams Fiber for fast, reliable internet that doesn't buffer. And you can count on it's Adams Fiber. Visit followthefiber.net. Central ball, length of the court to go. Down by 4. Ginnenbacher into the front court to Niekamp. Let's see those two on the floor a ton together. Ginnenbacher. Out front to Pavin.
There's a tackle if they're close to each other.
Two of the best football players on the defensive side in, well, the area for sure. Niekamp with the right side, bounces it to Moore. Gets it across to Pavin. Ginnenbacher takes it on the wing, now back to Moore. Out top, Ginnenbacher. Pavin gets a touch on the right side. He made that three on the last score for Camp Point Central. They leave Niekamp alone out there. He says, okay, I won't shoot this. You dared me, and I didn't. Now they'll get it inside to Moore. Moore going to go to work to Ginnenbacher. Drives inside, lost it on the way, and might have traveled, and saves it out front to Niekamp. 1:30 to play in the third. A lot of advice for the officiating from some folks today. Out top Moore, free throw line Blewett. He'll go to work. That spin move again, completes through contact, and has a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
So that will make it a 28-26 game. And Blewett with the 1 coming here. He's got 8 on the day now. Free throw is up and good. Give him 9.
Makes it a 1-point game. With 1:15 left in the third of the PCRE scoreboard. Michael Myers with it left side. Tornadoes looked like they were kind of in control of this game at one point in this third quarter, didn't they?
Wyatt Lipkeman's been quiet.
Over it goes to Fensick. Now Lane Lipkeman. Back to Fensick on the wing. Gets the pass to McAllister at the free throw line, who twisted that ankle earlier, but he looks to be moving around all right.
He was looking for somebody to tape it, and finally somebody took him into the West Central locker room to get it taped, I think.
43 seconds to play in the third. Here's Myers for a three, no good. And the rebound down to Pavin. Into the front court to Moore. Back to Payman, a chance for Camp Point Central to retake the lead here. And it's been a while. Right side Moore. Deep in the corner with 25 seconds to play on the third. Patient offensively is Camp Point Central. Sometimes offensively challenged. Moore with it. Back to Payman with 10. Ginenbacher around the horn, it goes to Blewett. Ginenbacher pass to Moore out top with 3 and works off the screen for a 3 and the lead. No good as the third quarter buzzer sounds, and after 3 it's Griggsville-Perry 28, Camp Point Central 27. Fourth quarter play-by-play your way next on Central Illinois Sports.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
Ready for fourth quarter action. Griggsville-Perry will have the basketball and the 1-point lead here in this third and fourth place game.
Camp Point Central 11 of 26 from the field. Griggsville-Perry 11 of 24. Both shooting at about 43%.
Tornadoes start the fourth quarter with Lane and Wyatt Lipkeman, Myers, Finsick, and McAllister. Finsick has it on the wing left side. Skips it across to Wyatt Lipkeman. Looks to the corner in McAllister. Way out front against the man-to-man of Moore. Moore poked it away. McAllister, though, gets it back. Works it to Finsick. Had trouble with a catch on the right side. Gets it to Wyatt Lipkeman. To Myers. Now out front, Finsick over to Lane Lipkeman. Patient is Griggsville-Perry on the offense right now. Finsick has hit a couple threes in this game. Has the ball way out on the wing. Pass to McAllister. To Lane Lipkeman. Pretty good defense right now by Camp Point Central, too. Here's Wyatt Lipkeman out top. Finsick thought about the deep 3. Now to Lane Lipkeman. 7:05 to play in the contest. Lane Lipkeman gets inside and is fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Ginenbacher will get the foul. His third, first of the fourth quarter. Thought he might have got him before the shot, but he'll go and shoot 2 free throws and can make it a 3-point game. 28-27. Griggsville-Perry with the lead with 7:03 left. First one is up and good.
Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank here to help you with your next auto, residential, or commercial loan need. Give Damon Emmerich a call, 217-285-4404.
Second one is no good.
And it is a 2-point game with 7 minutes left. Central has Payman, Ginenbacher, Niekamp, Moore, and Blewett.
Couple of lead changes in the game, tied at 4, 6, and 9.
Griggsville's had the biggest lead.
Yeah, they've had the lead the majority of the game.
9-point lead a couple times, is that right?
Yep.
Right now whittled down to 2.
Key thing for Central was getting the ball down low to Blewett and him working.
Niekamp to Ginenbacher in the corner. Reach and foul on Lane Lipkeman as they got it off to Moore.
His third, first team foul of the fourth quarter.
Out of bounds underneath for the Panthers. Blewett to throw it in. Out front to Moore. Touch pass to Payman on the left side. Looking down on the post to Blewett. Going to go to work against McAllister. Got him off of his feet. Took him to school that time and ties the game up at 29.
11 for him now.
Pretty good move by Blewett there.
Yeah, he's quick. Good jumper.
Not the best hair. 6:11 left. I mean, it's a look.
Well, it's that mullet that a lot of people had during COVID. We've seen a lot of ugly mullets. But who am I to talk about people's haircuts, huh?
You know bad hair. You know bad hair. Right side with it is McAllister. 5:50 to play. Out to Myers, now to McAllister. Top of the key, Fensick. Around the horn it goes to Wyatt Lipkeman in the corner left side. 5:40 to play in the contest, and the game tied at 29 points apiece. Wyatt Lipkeman, three, no good. Myers rebound, trying to go back up with the ball knocked loose. A lot of contact here, and Blewett comes out of the scrum with the free ball. Into the front court. Come the Camp Point Central Panthers with a chance to take a lead with 5:22 to play.
That was a turnover, was it not?
I would call it a turnover, yeah. Ginnenbacher leaves it out between the circles. That is to Pavin. Guarded by Lane Lipkeman. Over to Niekamp on the right side. Down low, they'll get it to Ginnenbacher. He'll try to go to work, dribbles it off of his own foot, but Niekamp hustles after the ball in the open court.
Nobody's smooth today.
Pavin with it. Left side, Niekamp, 4:48 left.
Defense got something to do with that.
Needs to dribble. Close to 5, and now gets it to Moore. Here's Ginnenbacher now has it knocked loose. Camp Point Central could use a timeout here. Ginnenbacher travels and will get a timeout. Timeout called here on the Adams Network. Timeout, 4:36 to play in the fourth. Game is knotted at 29 points apiece. Back with you on the other side of this break.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
Out of the Camp Point Central timeout, the Panthers have the ball underneath their own hoop on the Adams Network timeout. Thanks to Adams Fiber and Adams Experts for being our timeout sponsor on Central Illinois Sports. Pavin with it out top for Camp Point Central. Tied at 29 here. Third and fourth place action. Niekamp worked it right side. That's to Moore. Over it goes to Blewett, right in front of his dad, who was not really confident he was going to catch that, it didn't look like.
Well, he might have made him mad earlier in the day. You never know.
He said, I might be getting set up to take a ball right in the nose right here. Here's a ball down low. Moore dribbles into traffic, puts up a shot, uses the window, and gets it to go.
13.
Moore makes it 31-29, halfway home in this fourth quarter.
Fourth lead, James.
2-point lead for Camp Point Central after trailing by as many as 9 in the second half.
Fensick's really been strong with the ball throughout the tournament.
Here's Lane Lipkeman, drives in, draws some contact, no call on the rebound down to Blewett. Blewett gets the ball to Pavin, across to Moore. Central trying to add on to their lead. What is their biggest lead of the day? Is it just 2?
Just 2, I believe.
Moore with it on the right side.
Yeah, they didn't have that much. That's their biggest lead. They had a 1-point lead a couple of times, actually.
2-1?
Yep.
That was a long time ago. Here's Moore on a turnaround shot, and he's starting to find his mark.
15.
15 of his team's 33, and the lead is 4. McAllister into the front court. Out to Lane Lipkeman, now Wyatt Lipkeman. It's been a while since they've got Wyatt a basket.
Important for Griggsville-Perry to have a good set this time and not force something.
Here's a pass on the left side. Wyatt Lipkeman, Lane Lipkeman. Now Myers. He'll try to drive inside, and it's fouled by Pavin on the floor.
Pavin will pick up his 4th, second team foul. He has been matched up with Michael Myers a lot today, has he not?
Here comes Garrett Woodward into the game. McAllister sits down for Griggsville-Perry. Yeah, I agree. I don't know if that's the matchup they want, but that's what they've gotten a lot of.
Now he's got Fensick.
Switching on the screens. I don't know. Make that happen every once in a while. Out top lane, Lipkeman. Ball stolen away by Moore. Moore with the takeaway. Dribble drive in. Fouled on the floor.
9 turnovers on the day for GP and 4 in the second half. That's on Lane Lipkeman, right? His 4th. Oh, wait a minute. Who's it on?
Call that on Lane Lipkeman.
Yep, his 4th.
Inbounds pass to Niekamp. Out top, Moore with it. Had it poked away by Lane Lipkeman into the backcourt. Moore can run it down, hands it to Paban. Paban on the bounce. Ball now stolen away. Into the front court, Lane Lipkeman on the run out. Goes to the rim, left-hand shot no good. Foul, then he'll shoot 2.
Who are they going to call it on?
I think Gittenbacher.
Be his 4th. Gittenbacher's 4th foul, so Central's at a disadvantage there. Lane Lipkeman, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, has 6 points. 33-29, Camp Point Central, 2:17 left. First one is up, in and out, no good.
Reelman and Twine, located north of Pittsfield across from the airport, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, benches, and much, much more. Stop by and see Rick and Tracy Reel and their gang at Reelman and Twine. It's going to be on Niekamp, actually, 32.
Oh, okay. Niekamp instead.
So just his first foul, and that's a big difference than Gittenbacher's 4th.
Can make it a one-possession game, and he does.
And we get a whistle, and Garrett White would like to talk it over with his squad. Top-notch local computer sales and service. It's Adams Experts, 217-214-3423. Fast, friendly, and affordable.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agents at B&P Insurance Agency, Barber Agency. See Pat Vandevelde, Caleb Vandevelde, or Mary Coltis. You'll find our location at 114 South Madison Street in Pittsfield.
2:17 left, 33-30. Camp Point Central the lead. Griggsville-Perry took the timeout. Back to live action. It'll be Central basketball.
Full court pressure.
That should have been a violation.
What happened?
Well, I think Niekamp dropped it on the end line.
Well, but I mean, we've had that happen so many times today.
Here's Blewett caught into a double team, and we get another timeout, this time by Camp Point Central. 2:06 left in the contest. It's Central 33, Griggsville-Perry 30.
At Logan Agri-Service, we consider it a badge of honor to be recognized as one of the larger independent suppliers of crop protection chemicals in the Midwest. We've worked hard for years to provide you with the access to the best herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides from top manufacturers because we know without you, our local farmers, we wouldn't be here. When you have questions, call our local experts to discuss what works best for your fields and your situation, or visit us online at loganag.com. Serving agriculture since 1962.
Timeout was taken by Camp Point Central as Blewett was caught in quite the predicament. And with 2:06 left, it'll be ball to bounds on the. That should have been a violation on the inbounds play. Inbounds this time comes to Moore. Over to Gittenbacher for a 3, and it's good. It's one of those. No! Good shot, Elijah.
First point of the day. Garrett White just threw his hands down on that one. I would have too.
James Barnett just looks at Andy Eiler and says, yeah, just like we drew it up, right? 1:45 to play in a 36-30 contest. GP's got to get a bucket here. Down low, they'll work it into Myers. Little baby hook up and in for 2. Michael Myers with another bucket.
12.
36-32. GP only with 2 fouls right now, so they could get a couple here if they wanted to try to be aggressive.
Moore was wide open on the other side. Not involved in bringing the ball up. That was weird.
Near the sideline is Ginnenbacher. 1:19 left in a 4-point game. Lane Lipkeman taking a chair with 4 fouls for Griggsville-Perry, as they know they might need to foul, and they will right here with Wyatt Lipkeman.
His third, team third.
Garrett White kind of frustrated, I think, that Wyatt Lipkeman fouled there, but with 1:08 left and only now 3 team fouls, I would think that would be a little bit of the strategy. Go for the steal, and now they'll foul more on the inbounds.
Rush will pick up his third. That's the 4th team foul.
And Garrett White trying to get his team to be a little more focused defensively. Inbounds pass comes to Pavin. 1:03 to play, and Rush will foul Pavin.
Rush will pick up the foul to be his 4th. That's the 2 shot with 1:03 left, 36-32, and now Pavin will go to the free throw line. Drew on the day, 2 for 2 from there, has 7 points. First one is up and good. Usually pretty good from there.
Here comes Lane Lipkeman back in. Rush sits down.
5-point game. 2-possession game either way here with 1:03 left. Second one by Pavin, also good.
6-point contest. Biggest lead of the ballgame for Camp Point Central with a minute to play. Lane Lipkeman to McAllister. Looks out top to Myers for the 3. Good. Michael Myers tickles the twine from 19-9 and will get the quick timeout by the Tornadoes. It's an Adams Network timeout. Reliable, worry-free internet that doesn't buffer and can handle whatever life throws at you. It's Adams Fiber. They're local and they provide the ultimate internet experience. Visit followthefiber.net. We also want to say thank you to Sean and the gang at Plum Creek Golf Course just off of Interstate 72 north of Winchester. You can play every Monday and Wednesday, excluding holidays throughout the year, all day for $25, card included, at Plum Creek. Call 217-742-9018 to make sure at this time of the year that they're open and operating. They usually do a good job of posting on their Facebook page as well. Make sure to follow Plum Creek Golf Course.
Got some watch parties out there, some different things. At the clubhouse, a lot of fun.
Probably, I bet you they're watching some football today.
They may have something going out there tonight. You never know. Come and call.
52.8 seconds left in a 3-point contest now after the GP timeout. Inbounds pass comes in. Moore's got it on the dribble into the front court. He'll keep it in his hands as long as he can. And Michael Myers will foul him with 42 seconds left.
Be Michael's first foul of the ball game. Moore to the free throw line. 5 for 5 is the Panthers. 42 seconds left. 3-point game, 1-possession game. This is when the 1-and-1 versus the 2 shots a little different. First one by Moore is good. He's got 16.
I know it's different, but with a guy like Nick Moore, it's not a lot different.
Yeah, but it's different. Second one by Moore is also good. 17 on the day.
40-35. GP's got to go here. Down by 5 with 40 seconds left. Wyatt Lipkeman on the right wing. Works off of the screen. Might have had Myers on the roll. Tries the drive. Floater up no good. Rebound tipped around. And comes down to Niekamp. Gets it to Moore. Dribbling free with 25 seconds left. And they will foul. And put Moore to the free throw line to shoot 2.
It's going to go against Wyatt Lipkeman. It'll be his 4th. Moore at the free throw line. Can make it a 3-possession game if he makes them both. First one is up and good. 18 for him. Never seen anybody who's really much steadier in what he does. Nick Moore's second is no good. Don't tell me I can't jinx somebody.
21 seconds left. Myers with the top of the key 3. Good again! And a timeout for the Tornadoes as Michael Myers trying to keep him in this one. Cuts it down to a 3-point game. 17.2 seconds to play. And an Adams Network timeout back on the other side of this break.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Back after the Adams Fiber timeout. 41-38 is the Camp Point Central lead. They'll have the ball length of the court to go after the Michael Myers made 3. Inbounds pass. Ginnebacher finds Pabin. Pabin in the backcourt with 14.1 seconds to play, and he'll be fouled.
Michael Myers will foul him. 8 of 9 are the Panthers on the day. 41-38. 14.1 seconds left. You know, that second free throw that Moore didn't make kept it a one-possession game. Pabin on the day with 9 points. He has made 4 out of 4 and misses the first.
This is a big one coming up with 14.1 seconds left and just a 3-point game.
Second one, Pabin, good. He's got 10. Third man in double figures.
42-38. Lane Lipkeman with it into the front court. Knows he doesn't have to have the 3. Drives in, makes the layup. Makes it a 2-point game with 9.5 seconds left. We'll stay with you here and remind you about Adams Experts, top-notch local computer sales and repair services. Is Adams Experts your go-to when your computer goes down? 217-214-3423. GP down to 1 timeout remaining.
Which one of the Lipkemans made that?
That was Lane.
Thank you.
9.5 seconds left. And just a 2-point contest.
So you got to get the ball in. You can run the baseline. They can do that double pass that they've been doing. But they've been trying to keep the ball in Pabin and Moore's hands. Their 2 best free throw shooters. On the other side, Michael Myers has a foul to give, but the Lipkeman boys both with 4 apiece, so you don't want them fouling him and then losing that option. Michael Myers, along with Logan Fensick, can commit a foul with no problem.
So you need the Lipkemans to guard Nick Moore and Drew Pabin, but not foul when they get it in bounds. That's a tricky one. It's tricky.
But I'm just saying you don't want them to foul
No,
out.
I understand what you're saying, but that just makes it tricky for Griggsville-Perry.
It's a hard thing. Yeah.
Because look who's guarding Moore and Pabin. Wyatt and Lane Lipkeman. 9.5 seconds to play. Elijah Ginnebacher to throw it in. Myers guarding the ball. Looking, he'll get it into Pabin. Pabin out of a double team is fouled by Myers with 8.3 seconds left.
Myers will pick up his 3rd. 9 of 11 from the free throw line are the Panthers, holding on to a 2-point lead. 8.3 seconds left. Got to make them both to make it a 2-possession ball game. And neither he or Moore have been able to do that in their last trips. First one is up and no good.
So now the most you can do is make it a 3-point game with 8.3 seconds left.
Panthers have a foul to give, by the way.
He makes it. Makes it a 3-point game and a timeout taken by Camp Point Central. 8.1 seconds left, 43-40. Central leads Griggsville-Perry by 3. Back on the other side of this break.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Cranberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
If you have that drive and you want to do more with DOT, then there's opportunity there for you to do that. It's not the typical job that you would expect it to be. Like, it's just super fulfilling. When my life needed opportunity, I chose DOT.
Back to live action here. Both teams with a single timeout remaining. Camp Point Central has a foul to give. Griggsville-Perry will have the ball length of the court to go in a 43-40 contest. Finsick will be the man to throw it in for GP. Tornadoes inbound the ball to Lane Lipkeman. Works it across the half-court line with 5, and GP will burn their final time out. We'll stay with you here as they burn their final timeout. The interesting part about that now is, well, they have to get it in bounds, but Camp Point Central now, as soon as they get it in, could foul right away and make them take it out again.
Well, but Pavin was the guy on the man with the ball, so he's got 4 fouls. So it was tricky again on what you can do.
Adams Fiber, our timeout sponsor. FollowTheFiber.net to learn about the coverage in your area from Adams Fiber.
Michael Myers has been able to hit those threes the last couple of times. He's got 18 points on the day.
5 seconds left in a 3-point contest. GP now out of timeouts.
We have had an overtime in this tournament. Liberty and Route way back on last Saturday. About this time of the day. Was it not?
Yeah, Jack, if you're asking me to remember that, I think it was noon, actually. Woodward to inbound for the Tornadoes on the sideline near his bench. Looking. He'll get it into Wyatt Lipkeman. He'll put up a 3 off balance. It's an air ball. Rebound down to Pavin. And that'll be the game. Kind of an anticlimactic ending. 43-40, the final in this one. Camp Point Central takes the 3rd place trophy home. Griggsville-Perry finishes this 101st Winchester Invitational Tournament in 4th place. And we take you to the Blessing Health System post-game show where we have final stats and we'll name our player of the game next.
The heart is the hardest working muscle in your body. If something goes wrong with it, you need a medical team that works just as hard. You need Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team, celebrating 20 years of delivering life-saving care to tri-state residents. Patients and families choose Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team for its experience, quality, and heartwarming compassion. Get the most out of your hard-working heart.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agents at B&P Insurance Agency, Barber Agency. See Pat Vandevelde, Caleb Vandevelde, or Mary Coltis. You'll find our location at 114 South Madison Street in Pittsfield.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Welcome back to the Blessing Health System post-game show. Final of this one, Camp Point Central picks up their 13th win of the season, a 43-40 win over Griggsville-Perry. Panthers are 13-4, as is Griggsville-Perry now after the loss. And Central takes on the 3rd place plaque, while the Tornadoes finished 4th in this 101st Winchester Invitational Tournament. Blessing Health System with locations across the region to take care of you and your family when you are ill or to keep you feeling well. It's Blessing Health System. Visit blessinghealth.org.
Well, in the ball game, Camp Point Central turned the ball over 6 times, just 1 in the second half. Griggsville-Perry 9 times, just 2 in the second half. GP was 15 of 30 from the field, 50%. Camp Point Central was 15 of 30 from the field, 50%. Camp Point Central 3 of 9 from the arc, 33%. 6 of 13 for Griggsville-Perry, 45%. Griggsville-Perry 5 of 10 from the free throw line, but the Panthers were 10 of 13, so 5 more points coming from the charity stripe for them on the day. Michael Myers led the way for Griggsville-Perry, 18 points, 4 rebounds. Woodward had 6 points on the day, as did Logan Finsick. Lane Lipkeman with 9 points on the day, and Wyatt Lipkeman held to 2 points in that 3rd place game. Camp Point Central led by Nick Moore, 18 points on the contest with 3 rebounds and 4 steals. 11 points for Gavin Blewett on the day. He added 7 rebounds. Drew Pavin had 11 points and a 3 from Elijah Gittenbacher on the day for the Panthers, 43. They win at 43-40.
Well, at one point in the third quarter, Jack, it looked like Griggsville-Perry was going to kind of run away with the game. A 9-point lead. They were playing well. Camp Point Central was really struggling to score. But Central, and quite honestly, Nick Moore kind of willed his team back into the contest on the offensive side, and the Panthers picked up what is their 14th win of the season.
Really a very, very interesting game, but, you know, it's just one of those things where you got to play it all the way through. We can tell you financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young people, athletes receive from their coaches, parents, teachers, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game on Central Illinois Sports, as he has been throughout the tournament. Nick Moore, the Player of the Game for the Camp Point Central Panthers, and they get third place. They were rated 1, finished third. We've got one game to go in the 101st Invitational Tournament here at Winchester.
Well, I mean, Nick Moore, it just seems like every time that he steps on the court, he does something that impresses even more. Kind of a down day against Rout, and Rout, you know, congratulations to them. Obviously, they take the win. But Moore did not have his best game in that contest for sure. But other than that, he's been pretty spectacular. He'll be on the all-tournament team. I don't know that for sure, but I know it pretty surely that he'll be on the all-tournament team to name after the championship game later today. Griggsville-Perry will have White Lip going on there too, surely, if anybody's watched any kind of games. In this one, there's good players on both sides. They'll match up again in early February, and that game should be at Griggsville-Perry this year. One more game left for this 101st Winchester Invitational Tournament. The Rout Catholic Rockets trying to win their second straight Winchester Invitational Tournament. They'll take on the host West Central Cougars in what should be a dandy matchup. We hope you'll join us on Central Illinois Sports. Tip-off is at 7:30. Pre-game show at 10 after 7. We'll see you then for another Central Illinois Sports presentation.